Hey guys, it's Joe. So people asked, I went 3-0 at a pack per win at our locals with this Mimi deck that I threw together on the fly while I was trying to fall asleep. And people asked, one person asked for a video, so I decided to make a deck profile video. If you guys want to see it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go through it real quick. It's really not that complicated. And there's things that I'd probably change, and also, I mean, yeah, it's not like a serious deck or anything, so don't take this too seriously. But anyway, so, probably see what the thing is in the title, but the Horus engine is going to be 3 King Sark, 1 Damitif, 1 Happy, I'm not going to pronounce this guy, and 3 Imseti. I like this. I like having King Sark. I think it's a good card. I don't know about this guy. I can't pronounce him, and he doesn't really feel that good, but sometimes it's nice to just have a 4th monster for certain reasons. For the adventure stuff, I played 2 right, 1 Dragoback, 1 Fateful. I felt like 2 right and 3 Water Enchantress, which is what I played, was a little too cloggy, and then the 1 Griffin Rider. I feel like this is pretty standard. There doesn't need to be too much explanation there. I mean, obviously, the Horus cards work with this. You send stuff to the graveyard. They don't mind being in the graveyard. Water Enchantress banishes herself. The Equip Spell gets itself back. You know, Griffin Riders are a pretty good Omni Negate. I mean, Omni Negates I feel like are pretty good right now. You know, Faithful helps you trigger some certain things. Like, it's just, it felt like a no-brainer. Then the Obelisk engine, which is why, for some reason, I made this deck. I played 3 Obelisk the Tormentor. I just wanted to see it as much as possible because it's Obelisk, and that's what the deck is about. But then I say that, and I only played 2 Soul Energy Max, which I'd probably play 3 of, because I want to see more Obelisk. This card's actually pretty cool. You send it, when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it from your graveyard. You add an Obelisk from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and then when it resolves, you can immediately summon Obelisk. So, like, there was a time when I was going for game, and I didn't know if I had enough, but I was planning on, I was in the battle phase, and I was attacking with my Horus cards, and I was planning on, you know, like, if I couldn't get through, I would just banish Soul Energy Max, add an Obelisk, tribute my Horus monsters with Obelisk, and swing for 4,000. Like, if I needed to, if I could open them up and I just needed that much. But I'd also play 3 of these just because it's cool. It also has an effect as a trap. It sometimes comes up, it burns your opponent for 4,000 and wipes their board, but you have to tribute 2 monsters. I think you have to tribute 2 other monsters while you control Obelisk. So it has to be Obelisk and 2 other monsters. So it's really hard to get off. But even then, I'd still play 3 because it's an Obelisk deck. I'm going to play 3 next time I play it, if I play it again. And then I played 3 Breaking Ruin God. This card's actually pretty cool, and this is one of the reasons I played 3 Obelisk is because this card lets you special summon Obelisk from your hand or graveyard. And when you do, 1, this card can't be negated. You can't stop this card from happening. It says on the card basically, the activation of this card nor its effects cannot be negated, nor can its effects be negated. It's basically like Super Poly. Spell speed 4. In fact, a lot of these cards are like that. A lot of the God cards are. But anyway, so it special summons Obelisk from your hand or graveyard. When you do, he's unaffected by, is it everything? Or, yeah, it's unaffected by your opponent's card effects that turn. So I guess there's maybe ways to get, anyway. Yeah, so it's just a quick way. If you get Obelisk in your graveyard, you know, you send him off your Horus stuff or whatever, and, you know, you have this, you know, you can even use it as a defensive and just put up a big Obelisk and just basically live that turn, because they'd have to put a lot of resources in making, like, Access Code or something to punch over this when it's unaffected, or when it's your turn, you know, if you need just a little bit more damage, or you just need something to out a certain card, you know, this is unnegatable, you can't interact with this card, Obelisk comes out unaffected, so you just, it's an easy punch over something, or if you get at least one other monster in the field, you can activate Obelisk's effect to just wipe your opponent's board. Next is the Resonator engine / I also put these in the same pile for some reason. This is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. These cards are good with Horus. It made sense. They're good with Horus. So that's that. I didn't see these. No comment. For the non-engine / defensives, I played 3 Super Poly. This card's really good right now, and I don't use a whole lot of my extra deck. Oh, nor do I depend on it too much. I'm not going to edit that out. Ash is a good card. And then Imperm's also a really good card, so I put those 3 in. The deck is 40 cards. Let's see. Where is the extra deck? So the extra deck, I kind of just threw together on the fly. I'm not going to lie to you. I was literally sleeving this deck up on the way to locals, like when I was parked, or not parked, when I was at a stoplight or something. So I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into it. So I just kind of whipped something together. 1 Zombie Vampire, 2 SP Little Knights, because Little Knight's a good card. IP, because IP is good with, SP. You got your Super Poly package. If you're playing Super Poly right now, you probably want to play these 4 cards. Mud Dragon, Garura, Guilty Gear Freed, and Draco Quest. Baron, because Vision Resonator. I might actually play 2 of these. Somebody let me borrow Chang Ying. It's not here. It was there. I didn't summon it. No comment. Hope Harbinger. This card's awesome. It's Spell Negate. This card's really good right now. Typhon, you can just drop it over something, and it helps you just outboards. This lets you draw if your opponent lets you. I don't like making this that often because you can't battle when you do it, but, drawing 4 summons really good. Zombie Vampire is just a good extender. If you really have nothing else, mill 4, hope for the best. Hope you hit a Water Enchantress or a Vision Resonator is not a bad result at all. Appaloosa is a link 4, so Horus summons a lot of monsters, so that means you can link them together. That's why I put it in. And then a Dingirsu. This card's also good, and it's a rank 8, which means that Horus can make it. The side deck, which again I also whipped together very quickly. I did not super think about everything. Let me go from the top. Whoops. So yeah, I've got my anti-spell and trap package, 3 Cyclones, 1 Duster. We have a lot of lab in our area, and we have like a good amount of Centurion as well. So this card's good against Centurion. It's decent against lab. It's decent against other cards and stuff. We have a lot of Dragon Link players, so you hit their regain with this, and they get so mad. And then Duster just makes sense because of Duster's a good card. Tikiboo, I put it in because Tikiboo's a good card. You don't really play a whole lot of the same types, obviously, and you don't really need to, so again, a no-brainer. Nibiru is a really good card, good card to open. It's a power hand trap. Sometimes it's good just to side in, also going first, because sometimes your opponent's gonna have a turn, and they may be summoning a lot, so you may as well just put it in anyway. So it's a good card right now. I put in 3. Same with Droll. Droll's a really good card right now. It shuts certain decks down. It's just good to have in your side deck. You should probably have it in your side deck if you have room, or unless it's in your main deck. It's just a really good card right now. And then I have 1 Pancratops because I needed 14 cards. I was kind of like running out of ideas, and so I was like, what's a good one-of card that you could put in your side deck? Someone was like, Pancratops. I was like, oh yeah, Pancratops. So I put Pancratops in. And then Illegal Knight because after my first match, I realized that I had 41 cards in my main deck and 14 cards in my side deck. So Illegal Knight was sacrificed from the main deck to the side deck for the purpose of having a 40-card main deck. And that's it. That is Horus Adventurer Obelisk, a deck that I made and went undefeated with at a pack per win. My matches, my matchups were Synchron, Rescue Ace, Rescue Ace. It was fun. The deck's fun. I do have ideas for a Slifer one, and I already have a raw one that I'm deeply working on. But, yeah, so that'll come whenever I want to or not. But hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Bye.